Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing something a little bit more different than what I usually review on my channel, which is Disney cars. And I wanted to review this car because I don't know if you guys are also Fast and Furious fans and you wanted me to review Fast and Furious stuff, but to me, I really love these movies and they have been a part of my childhood since the beginning also. And well, I got these Hot Wheels Fast and Furious premium cars. I might get more of them because there are some other cars I really want to get, like the Mitsubishi Eclipse from the first movie, the Supra from the first movie, also the Dodge Charger, um, the some other cars from the Fast and Furious franchise that you guys may know. But first, first off, we're gonna be reviewing the first review of this series. If you guys like this series, give it a thumbs up if you want me to continue the series. Give it a thumbs down if you want me to just stop the series from here. But I love these movies, and if you do, tell me in the comments below which is your favorite car from the Fast and Furious franchise. But yeah, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about Brian's Nissan Skyline from Too Fast and Furious. So let's talk about its appearance. So Brian acquired this car in the turbocharged prelude to Fast and Furious. If you don't know about that, search it up on YouTube. It's a little short like film that was like takes place like in between the events after the first movie and before the events of Too Fast and Furious. But Brian was driving a Mitsubishi 3000 GT, which was not 3000 GT, it was the Dodge Stealth. But the police ended up impounding the car, so he needed to get the GT-R, and he found it in a car in a at a car dealership, which wouldn't happen because, well, this car is illegal. But I'll talk about that stuff a little bit later on. But yeah, pretty much yeah, he ends up getting the car from the dealership, and then he ends up transforming it to this car, and then he uses it in the first street race into Fast and Furious, and then the police ends up impounding the car, and then they ended up giving them the EVA, which doesn't really make any sense because they could have just installed all of that all of the hardware into his car anyways. So why the heck did they give him a second car? I don't know. But it marked the end of the GTR from Too Fast and Furious. But he did end up driving more GTRs in the later movies of the series. So yeah, this car is so iconic because, well, of course it's a GTR, and also a lot of people will really associate Brian by Brian because of this car. But yeah, so yeah, so you're probably thinking, how the heck did I get this car? Well, I actually bought it off eBay. It was a 2000. Well, it was released in 2019 in the Hot Wheels Fast and Furious Premium line, which was a new series that was established in 2019, and he was first released in the first assortment with the Ford Escort, the R32, Lamborghini Gallardo Superleggera, the S15 from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. So this GTR was super popular because this was the first time this version of GTR was going premium, because it was released before, but those other versions had inaccuracies. But this one is a complete correct version, but there are a few missing parts from this car. But yeah, if you want to get this car, it will probably be pretty expensive for you because this car is really popular with not just with not just like average enthusiasts. It's also Fast and Furious fans that are really a fan of these cars. So yeah, let's just get on to the review. So as you can see, there's the hood stripe, and then we got, I think, I forgot how to pronounce the name. I think it's like KRJN or something. I don't know. I can't read it as correctly. And then we also got Toyo tires, and we got Sparkle, which are the seats. And we'll talk about that later. We got the iconic grill. We got the GTR, which you should see. Let me try to zoom in. You can sort of see the GTR logo on camera. It just doesn't. It's just a little too small. And then we got the nitrous spray cooler, if I'm right. We got the headlights, and actually the bumper's inaccurate to the movie because it's supposed to have a Sea West body kit. On the sides, this car's running on like 6-spoke wheels. In the movie, in the movie it's HRE 19-inch HRE wheels, and then on the sides it's supposed to have a Sea West side skirt, but that's also inaccurate. It doesn't have side skirts. And then we got the iconic design for this GTR. And you got the GT logo right there. Yeah, I like this design. It looks pretty sick. Nothing on the roof. Same thing on the other side, just inverted. Nothing here. But let's look at the interior. It looks pretty bland. That's not how it looks like in the movie. Well, it's because Mattel doesn't like going for detail inside of the car. In the movie, he has blue sparkle seats, 3 nitrous bottles, and only 1 seat, and it has some other features in this car. And then you got a blue spoiler, which is inaccurate. It is a blue spoiler, but it's not the Sea West spoiler. I kind of forgot which one was it, like the name of the spoiler. And we got the iconic taillights of the GTR. And you got Nissan. We got GTR, which you can barely see. And then the license plate says 2F03, which is a reference to Too Fast and Furious, and it's released in 2003. Wow. That movie is pretty old already. But yeah, on the base, you just got your mumbo jumbo. This one was produced in the 47th week of like 2018 or 2019. Wow, the copyright was 2009. I think that's when the car debuted as the basic version. But yeah, there have been 3 previous versions before this one, and then there was 2 more versions of this one in the basic range. But the premium one is the most accurate one in the movie. But yeah, let's talk about the car's history. So the car was released in 1999 and was produced all the way up to 2002. There's actually a luxury version, which you guys may not know about, or maybe you do. But yeah, there's a luxury version which is 4-door, a 4-door version of the GTR called the GTT, and those cars are powered by RB25s. But yeah, this is GTR. This is a real GTR. Every single ones that they use in the movie, which they use around 6 or 7 of them, are real GTRs. But in Fast Forward, all of the GTRs except for the Hero 1 car were not real GTRs. Only the Hero 1 car was a real GTR. But every single car from Too Fast and Furious that they used in the movie were real GTRs. So don't get those confused. And this car was not owned by Paul Walker, like so many sources keep saying. The owner is actually named Craig Lieberman, and that's where I got most of the information from. Go check out his channel. He will show you all the information and everything about the behind the scenes of the first 2 Fast and Furious movies and many other cars from the later movies of the series. But he goes in depth of how the scene was going to be and everything else. But yeah, pretty much, if you want to get one of these cars, you're gonna have to wait until it hits 25, which won't be for another 3 years. And the car prices are pretty high. They're around like $100,000 or more. recently one of these got sold for like $350,000, which is insane. But yeah, you're probably thinking, how the heck did he even get this car back in 2001? Well, there was actually a company who actually made these cars federally legal, which was a company called Motorex, which I probably should talk about later in a different video. But basically, he bought the car. Actually, Paul Walker actually drove the car for about 3 months, but he never bought the car. So then Craig Lieberman ended up getting the car, and then he modified it to different specs before Universal asked them if they can use it into Fast and Furious, which actually he proposed because the original car was going to be way different than what was the final version. He was supposed to use a neon SRT4, which is a rental car. No one likes that car. I don't even like that car either. But thank gosh they did not use a neon SRT4. And they gave us the GT-R and the Evo, which both of those never made it to the United States. But the Evo 8, on the other hand, did make it to the US and was the first ever Evo ever released in the United States. But the GT-R never got released up until 2007 with the R35. And now that's getting pretty old, so maybe they might make a R36 pretty soon, but that probably won't happen for another few years. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, the only way you could have gotten this back in 2001 was through Motorex, since they were the only people that were making these cars federally legal. And nowadays you can't import one of these, because if you do, then you're gonna get busted, unless if you find a Motorex car, which is impossible to find. And if you do, you would have to pay figures for the Motorex car. But you have to know if it's a natural Motorex car. And there were only 14 federally legal R34s in the entire world from Motorex that they ever certified. But yeah, pretty much like the GTR from Fast Forward, that one was provided by a different company called Kaizo. But I'll talk about that when I get the GTR from Fast Forward and review it. But yeah, anyways, this is getting pretty long. But thank you guys for watching. Tell me in the comments below. Do you really like me reviewing Fast and Furious cars, and should I do more, or should I just stop from here? But I would really like to do more, since I'm a really big fan of these movies. And I hope I can do the Eclipse or the Supra. I like those cars. Those are so iconic, and those are my favorite cars from the series. And I would really like to review them pretty soon. But yeah, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys liked this video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and go see Craig Lieberman's YouTube channel if you want to get more information about this car and its history. So yeah, thank you guys for coming. Catch you guys all later. Bye.